The story begins by introducing a person named Vincent, a young man who is picking up his mother named Betty. Betty appears graceful and still radiates charm despite long being a widow. Vincent is visibly delighted to meet his beloved mother. Betty asks Vincent to accompany her for a few days. The closeness between mother and son is evident in that moment. When Vincent and Betty are together, they discuss many aspects of life in the past, sharing stories and supporting each other. Despite losing her husband, Betty remains strong and resilient in facing life. Vincent provides support and attention to his mother despite the distance and time apart. The love they share remains strong and tightly woven between them. Vincent asks if his mother has a new boyfriend, expressing concern about her living alone. However, Betty only smiles and shakes her head, admitting that she is not currently close to anyone. For Betty, finding a man is not her top priority. She doesn't want to easily get carried away by emotions and fall in love with someone who might take advantage of her. Vincent feels touched hearing his mother's response. He is indeed concerned about her living alone, but he also respects her decision not to rush into a new relationship. Vincent knows that despite the distance and time apart, he will always be there to support his mother in every way. Even though his job forces him to live in a different city, he always strives to maintain communication with his mother and be there when she needs him. Vincent and his mother are seen sitting casually outside, chatting in the midst of the tranquil and peaceful atmosphere. Betty asks Vincent to stay with her for a few days at home. Vincent is pleased with the request because he has been worried about his mother living alone. He agrees to stay with her for a few days and spend time together. Moreover, Betty also wants to meet Vincent's girlfriend, Jenny. Vincent is happy with the request as he wants to introduce Jenny to his mother and spend time together as a family. Vincent is confident that his mother will be happy to see him happy with someone he loves. Therefore, Vincent promises to introduce Jenny to his mother. Despite being under treatment due to her illness, Betty refuses to hire a maid for her home. Vincent tries to persuade his mother to hire a maid to avoid excessive fatigue and burden. However, Betty insists that she can still manage everything on her own. Despite not being fully recovered, Betty remains steadfast and does not want to feel dependent on others. Vincent is touched by his mother's strength and courage. That night during dinner together, Vincent musters the courage to inform his mother that Jenny is expecting their child. Initially surprised and confused due to not knowing Jenny's background, Betty nevertheless feels relieved after Vincent tells her. She senses that this is the right time to formally introduce Jenny to his mother. Despite initial hesitation to share Jenny's pregnancy with his mother, Vincent believes in being honest with her. After hearing Vincent's story, Betty decides not to dwell too much on Jenny and instead focuses on enjoying time with her son. The two of them went to an amusement park, spending time playing and enjoying food there. Although Betty still had some worries about Vincent and Jenny's future, she tried not to think too much and just enjoyed the moments with her son. When at the amusement park, Betty and Vincent appeared very close and affectionate, even resembling a couple. This made them both start feeling emotional and blush, but they were also happy to spend time together like in the past. When Jenny came to the house and met Betty, Betty felt jealous of Jenny. She told Jenny that the pregnancy shouldn't have happened because she didn't want the baby to have irresponsible parents like Jenny and Vincent. Betty's attitude clearly showed her disapproval of Jenny. Later that evening during dinner together, the mother advised Vincent to prepare for fatherhood as Vincent still relied on money from his mother. Betty wanted him to take more responsibility for his life and family in the future. Therefore, he needs to be financially and mentally prepared for his new role as a father. At that moment, his mother also reminded Vincent to consider his condition as he still needed to undergo checkups at the hospital. However, Vincent responded somewhat dismissively, stating that he didn't need advice from his mother. Vincent's mother felt sad and disappointed because her son seemed to not appreciate her concern. She hoped that Vincent could understand how important it is to take care of his health and listen to the advice of those who love him. The mother felt upset and angry with Vincent for disregarding her advice. However, the anger immediately subsided when Vincent suddenly invited his mother to do hormone activities with enthusiasm. Betty looked happily at her son, who was so energetic and enjoyable. They both ended up having fun together as if there were no problems or conflicts that had occurred earlier. Vincent understood his mother's needs well because he knew that she had not felt a touch of a man for a very long time and missed that activity. Therefore, Vincent immediately invited his mother to do hormone activities, making her feel very happy and entertained. After that incident, Vincent's mother wanted to continue doing hormone with him. In the morning, the two of them went back to doing hormone activities. This activity brought happiness to both of them and became a beautiful moment to remember. However, after the activities ended, Vincent felt that what they had done was wrong and sinful. He then decided to leave his mother while she was seen crying and feeling sad. And the film ends.